Welcome back, everyone. We have some sad news this week about two of our female ducks. They're part of the flock that hangs out at the neighbor's house, and they've gone missing, and we're pretty sure that they're no longer with us. We've had a fox in the area the last couple weeks, and we're thinking maybe the fox got to the two females. So we captured the last remaining female, and we brought her home. And we're going to keep her in the barn for a while, keep her sheltered. She has some wounds because she's the only female, and she's with two males, and they're overmating her, and she just needs some tender, loving care. So we're going to introduce you to her. Her name's Dorothy, and we're just going to show you our Saturday morning taking care of the other ducks, the chickens, and our sweet little Dorothy. If any of you are wondering why we didn't just gather those ducks up before and bring them in when we knew the fox was around, well, it's because it's very hard to catch a flock of ducks. When there was 5 of them, we could maybe capture 1, and then the other 4 would definitely get away. We have tried to capture them and bring them back into the barn many times since we knew the fox was around, but we were never successful. They're just too fast, and they jump in the water before you can grab them. And they seem to be very happy at our neighbor's pond. So if the 2 females have passed away, at least they were happy. They were able to live their best duck lives, and I know they were happy. They never wanted to come home. They were so happy living like wild ducks. This is a reality when you live with animals, that some will pass away, some will get sick, and you have to learn how to deal with it and move on. It is the cycle of life. I was able to capture this moment when Pearl was trying to catch Dorothy so that we could take care of her and put her in the barn. And as you can see, it is not easy to catch a duck. Once Pearl was able to catch her, we were able to get up close and look her over to see if she had any wounds. And that's when we noticed how bad her neck was from the 2 male ducks trying to mate with her so much. What they do is they take their beak and they grab on to the female's neck, the back of her neck. And when they're too aggressive or there's not enough females and the one female gets overmated, this is what can happen to the back of their neck. The skin gets broken and then scabs form over and over again. So what we're going to do for Dorothy is we're going to put some medicine on that part of her neck and make sure that no bacteria or flies can get at that wound. We're going to keep her in the barn for probably at least a week, and that's going to be hard for these 2 gentleman ducks, Thomas and the pekin, Ben Affleck. I think Ben is more attached to Dorothy at the moment. I think that he considers Dorothy his wife, so he's going to have a harder time than Thomas. That is what male ducks do. They typically have one female that is like their wife, and then they have girlfriends, basically the other females. So they'll mate with all the females, but one female is their main female, and that's what we call their wives. Now I'm going to show you the delicious meal that we made for Dorothy and the little setup in the barn we have for her. She's going to be able to sit around and eat and drink and relax for the next week. Dorothy is a really tough duck. When she was about a year old, she was attacked by a snapping turtle in our pond, and it ripped open her chest. And we didn't think she was going to make it, but we kept her in the house for, I think, about 3 weeks. We took her to the vet. We got antibiotics and medicines to put on her, and she healed up completely. And the only way you can tell something happened to her is that she has a bit of a scar where it happened, and you can kind of see it here in the video. Her neck looks a little crooked. That's part of the scar from that. Now that Dorothy has her food, Pearl is going to go fill up a bucket of water, and we're going to put fresh water in the barn for Dorothy so that she can clean her nasal passages and drink water without going in the pond. As you can see here, Ben Affleck and Thomas are already missing her, and they're hanging out by the fence and quacking at her while she's in the barn. These two boys are going to have a tough week. Here comes some fresh water for Dorothy. We will keep you all updated on how Dorothy is doing throughout this week, and also on how Ben Affleck and Thomas are doing without their Dorothy. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you all have a good week. And I hope you enjoyed this short video of our Saturday morning with the animals.